Hello friends, welcome back to another session of Oracle OID Administration. In this session, we will see how we can configure the SSL for the OID instance. Okay, so before that, let me brief you about the complete end-to-end action plan that we are going to follow for the SSL configuration. Okay, this document you can download from the resource section of the course. Okay, so the very first point is about the important environment variables. So whenever we work on the OID, there are a lot of environmental variables that need to be configured. Okay, so these are the list of environment variables that you can define inside your Linux Oracle Bash script. Okay, which, or you can see the dot profile which get loaded when you log into the Linux account. Okay, so some important variables are WebLogic home, Java home, domain home, Oracle home, Oracle instance directory, TNS admin location, path variable, Oracle home bin location to run the LDAP commands. Okay, Oracle instance and bin location, your name of your instance and then component name. Okay, so here it is OID1. So if you have a component name with some different name, then make sure to replace the name of the instance from OID1 to the instance name accordingly what we have configured in your environment. So by default, when we configure the OID, the default instance name is created with the OID1. And if you have a multiple nodes, then for the node 2, it may be OID2. So you can replace the name accordingly here. Okay. So after setting the environment variable, first thing that we have to create a wallet. So because OID is a system component, so for this we configure the SSL in the wallet, not on the key store. Okay, so the first command is we are going to run to create the wallet. Okay, and this wallet we will create inside the Oracle instance admin and then wallet location. So Oracle instance location, this is the location of your Oracle instance. So this will be our domain for the OID. Inside domain, you will have a folder called config, fmw config, component OID, and the name of your component OID1. Okay, so inside that we will have a folder called admin and then wallet, and inside that we will create our wallet. Okay, with the name OID1 wallet. Okay, and the wallet type is auto login only. So auto login is that it will not prompt you for the password, whatever the operation that you will perform inside the wallet. That means if you are going to list the certificates from the wallet, you are going to import and export the certificates from the wallet, so it will not prompt you for the password. So this is the auto login only type of wallet. So command will be aura pki, and this aura pki location is the Oracle home, Oracle underscore common, and bin location. So here you will see the utility aura pki, then run the command aura pki wallet create hyphen wallet, the name of your wallet. We have given the OID1 wallet, and then hyphen auto underscore login underscore only. Okay, so this will create a blank wallet or empty wallet, and you can verify the content of this wallet with the display command. This is the command to display the content of the wallet. Right. So after that, you have two options. Either you can configure with the CA sign certificate, that means with the third-party certificates, or you can configure with the self-sign certificate as well. Okay, so let me show you both options. So if you are going to configure your OID instance with the with the third-party certificates, CA certificates, right? So for that, you have to generate the CSR. Okay, certificate signing request. This CSR we send to the certificate authority, and after that, certificate authority will send you the three certificate: root certificate, intermediate certificate, and the server certificate. Okay, so once we'll receive all the three certificates, then we have to import the certificate in the wallet that we have created. So to configure with the third-party certificate, first we have to add a CSR to your wallet. Okay, once you have added the CSR to your wallet, then you can extract or you can export the CSR. Okay, and once it is exported, send this CSR to your the certificate authority, and then they will send you the three certificate. So this is the first command to add a certificate CSR to your wallet. For that, the command is aura pki wallet add, and then hyphen wallet OID wallet name. This is the name of your wallet, and then hyphen dn, and inside the dn you have to provide the complete end-to-end information of your organization along with the cn, which is the host name. Okay, and this is the key size, and this is the login auto login type of your wallet. Okay, so the difference, if you are on a window machine, then this will be the double quote. Instead of a single quote, you have to specify the double quote. Okay, so once the CSR is added to your wallet, then you have to export the CSR, and this is the command to export the CSR. Okay, and this CSR will be exported in the file digitalk.csr. You can give any name according to your requirements. Okay, so now you have to send this CSR file to the certificate authority, and then they will send you the three certificate. The name would be different in your case. Okay, and then you have to add all three certificate in the wallet. Right. So the first one, you have to add the root certificate. Second, you have to import the intermediate certificate, and at last you have to import the server certificate. So this is the sequence that you have to follow when you are importing the certificate in your wallet. So now we have the third party certificate, it is imported in our wallet, right? So now if you are going for a self-signed certificate, it's very simple. First, you can remove, if you have any other certificate in your trusted store in your wallet, then you can remove that one. And this is the command to generate the self-signed certificate. Okay, here you can say we specify the hyphen self underscore signed, and the same DN specify the complete details, and then validity you can specify whatever the validity you need for your self-signed certificates. Okay, so once self-signed certificate is added, you can verify the content of your wallet. Okay, so this is the difference when we go for the configuration with the third-party certificate and when we go for the self-signed certificate. So either you can configure with the self-signed certificate or you can configure with the third-party certificate based on your requirements, right? So once that is done, once your SSL certificates are imported in the wallet, then you need to point your OID instance for the SSL and to the wallet that we have created where we have all the certificates. Okay, so for that we have two important parameters in the OID that we need to configure. The first one is the ORCL SSL authentication, which we have seen in the earlier sessions as well, where we have covered the SSL authentication mode in the OID. So the default authentication mode is 1. So we will change it to 32. Okay, this mode need to change to 32 for the SSL. And then ORCL SSL wallet URL. So this is the location of the wallet file that we have created where we have all our certificates. So these two important parameters we have to change. So to changing these two parameters for the OID instance, we have two options. Either you can do it from the command line or you can do it from the ODSM console as well. Okay, so if you are going to update it from the command line, then you have to create two files, two LDIF files. This is the first LDIF file and this is the second LDIF file. In the first LDIF file, what we are doing we are changing the SSL authentication mode to 32. Okay, so here we have our instance name is OID1, right? So let me give it as a OID1. Okay, and once these two files are created, okay, then you can run this LDAP modify command, okay, to modify the configuration. So here you guys have to specify the OID host name, OID port, and then ORCL admin user, the password of the ORCL admin, and then the location of your LD file with the -v -f. So once you will run all these commands, then these two parameters will be updated in the OID instance, right? And if you would like to change it from the ODSM console, then log in ODSM console, then go to data browser. You have to search for the OID instance. For example, if you are going to change the SSL authentication mode for OID instance 1, then give the name as OID1. Similarly, if you're changing the SSL authentication mode for your OID instance 2, then you can search for the OID2. So once you will search for the instance name, on the right hand side, it will display all of the parameters of particular instance. There you have to look for the, first you have to look for the ORCL or SSL authentication, change it to 32 from 1, and then look for the ORCL SSL wallet URL, and there specify the value of the location of the wallet file that we have created. So this is the location in our case. So let me change it here as well. So once this is done, you can restart the OID instance. So here we are changing the SSL authenticator for OID1. Okay, similarly, if you have multiple OID instances, you have to follow the same for each and every OID instance. Also, there could be a requirement that some of the connections are required without SSL and some of the connections may be required for the SSLs. So you can have two different instances like OID instance 1, which you can configure with the default authentication mode 1. And you can have another OID instance 2, which you can configure for the SSL mode of authentication, so that both kind of a requests can be handled at the same time. Okay, so once this is configured and your OID is restarted, then again you can run the LDAP bind command to check whether the SSL is configured or not. So generally when we use the LDAP bind command, okay, for to check the LDAP bind, then we do not specify this wallet file location, right, in the default mode 1. Okay, but if you are going to check whether the SSL authentication mode is working or not, so this is the command for that one, where you have to specify the complete path of your OID wallet with the -w option, and the -p will be blank because there is no password for the wallet. Okay, and this is the same generic syntax that we use for the checking the LDAP bind in the authentication mode 1. Okay, so this is in a nutshell, this is the complete end-to-end action plan that we are going to follow in this session.